Check 1, 2.
Well, thank you for that super warm welcome. I appreciate it. Home sweet home. Listen, GASC was my life in high school. I loved student council. That's how I learned about keynote speaking, which is why I'm up here today. It is my heart and my soul, and I absolutely love it. And I just have to tell you, I am super jealous of all of you sitting in these seats, because I had to sit in the back like an adult yesterday, and I was not a part of roll call, and I was really hoping that they would say Kathy Jones, and I was going to be like, here! But they did not care that I was here, and I was not a part of roll call. But congratulations, all of your roll call cheers were fabulous, and today they were awesome as well. So I've been in your seats before. I know that today you're probably extremely tired because, raise your hand, I didn't go to sleep or I got 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Yep, been there, done that. So bear with me. Hopefully I can be entertaining enough for you during this keynote session. Anywho, today, what are we talking about today? Achieve, succeed, no, it's believe. So what I want to talk to you guys about is believing in yourself. I think a lot of times as middle schoolers and high schoolers, we have a really tough time believing in ourselves, yeah? Yes, especially when it comes to dating, whatever. When it comes to girls, and you see a guy coming up, I think it's so funny. There's a difference between a guy and a girl when it comes to flirting and dating and stuff, right? So if a girl's having a hard time believing in herself, she's walking down the hallway thinking, man, I look good. I'm looking so good today, and that kid is going to see me, and it's going to be great. And then he looks at you, and you don't believe in yourself enough to go and say, hey, but in your head, there is some sort of Dear John moment happening. And Nicholas Sparks will write about it. And, Amanda Seyfried will star me. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I think it's hilarious because in our heads, we just don't believe in ourselves enough to go and talk to these people. But what we do see in our heads is what we wish could happen. And I think the girls are going like this. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. That's what they think when they see a dreamy boy, right? But then you got the guys, and they're like, yeah, I believe in myself. I know I can do this. I'll talk to that chick over there, and I'll be like, hey, what's that? Yeah, no, y'all are chickens too. Please, you don't believe in yourselves for a second when it comes to dating, right? Okay, so they come up to us, and they're about to say something, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And they freeze, and in their heads, though, this is what's happening. Girl, let me take you out to a dinner and a movie. We gotta go home. Yeah, you do. Yeah, okay. But anyway, that's besides the point. So that's what I want to talk about. I think we have a really hard time believing in ourselves and believing that we can actually achieve what we want to achieve. Now, it doesn't always happen, but believing in yourself is absolutely vital, especially in student leadership, because you're going to get shut down sometimes, just like I have many a time. When, I go to UGA. Woo, yeah. Look at that bark right there. Anyway, and so, sometimes I'll be walking around campus, see a cute guy, and I'm like, hey, I do believe in myself. And I'll be like, hey, how are you? Would you like my number? And oftentimes I say no. It's okay, and I'm all right. I will go on with life. But the thing is, at least I believed in myself enough to put myself out there, because sometimes it does work out. As in this one example. I was chilling at this place called the Polo Club. It's an apartment complex over near my house, right? And we're in Athens, and I'm chilling at this pool, and I'm like, yeah, soaking up these suns, feeling so good. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Hello, spiky-haired, dreamy Kendall. Please come talk to me. And so I see him, and I'm just like, that is what I want, right? Okay, and so he did take my number. That one worked out. That was good. But another time, he was coming to pick me up from this camp thing that I was at school, okay? I was doing this camp thing, and he was coming to pick me up because we had been, going on some dates or whatever. We getting close, I guess. And he comes and he picks me up, and he drops me back off at my apartment so I can change from, one camp session to the next. And I had a stomachache that day. And I might have had some medicine to take care of that stomachache. And so this is that vital stage. You got them to get your number. You've been texting. You're sending the winky faces. You got your emojis running all day. And you are trying to impress this kid, whether it be a girl or a guy. Okay, in this case, I'm trying to impress this guy. And so I'm thinking, things are good, he's picking me up from camp, this is great, but this stomach ache, man, make it through, get home. I'm wanting to claw my way out of that car, my stomach is hurting so bad. But I made it, and he's like opening the door for me, and I was like, oh, so nice. And I drop my bag, and what falls out? Extra strength GASC. Yes, that happened. But it's okay. You know, sometimes you get shut down in life, but at least you believe in yourself enough to make the effort. And sometimes GASC might fall out of your car, or sometimes the guy or girl might say they don't want your number, but it's totally okay. It's totally okay. Believing in yourself, I don't think that believing in yourself is always believing that you're going to get what you want. I think it's believing that you're going to make an impact. And I think it's believing that you can get what you want eventually. Believing in yourself doesn't always mean that you are going to get what you want. And I want to make that perfectly clear because you don't. And you guys know this. Your administration might change and they don't know what's going on yet. So that shuts down some plans sometimes. Or, you know, you are at a student council meeting and you're like, yeah, I've got this really cool idea and it's going to be awesome. And then everyone in the group at your meeting is like, no. But you got to at least believe in yourself enough to voice your opinion. And I think that all of you are people like that because you're here today. You wouldn't be here if you didn't believe in yourself. And I think that's really cool. But it is super hard. Like this one time, for example, 9th grade. If you're at Grayson High School, you've heard this story before. That's where I went, whoop, go Rams. So, in 9th grade, I was struggling to believe in myself, okay? Was not as confident as I am now with my GASC. And I was at the top of these stairs, right? I'm not exaggerating. Probably 20 stairs, right? Over by the foreign language hall. And I'm sitting at the top of it. It's my second week of 9th grade. You do not believe in yourself at that time. You're like, I can't even get this dadgum locker open. And these seniors have beards. What is happening? Anyway, so I'm standing at the top of the stairs, right? And I'll be working these heels. And I'm like, yeah, 9th grade working these heels. You know. And so I'm at the top. I'm like, it's okay. I'm totally going to make it to Miss Stroms's or Miss Broadneck's, I can't remember, one of their foreign language classes for Spanish. She's like, I'm going to make it. So I take one step, and I'm like, I got it. You know during class change, we had like 4,000 kids at that time, so there were a lot of people in the hallway. Just keep that in mind. I take one more step, and I'm like, I got it. I take that next step with 18 more in front of me, and I went, on all fours, hands and knees. And at this point in time, I'm thinking I'm too cool for a book bag. Anybody been there? No? Yes, maybe? I've got a little like side satchel bag going on, but I didn't know how to use my locker, so I had every single book in my bag. And when I fell, it went flying over my head. So there I am on all fours with my heels up in the air. My like knobby knees, so I'm like this big in 9th grade. And the bag's over my head. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And these people with beards, none of them are help me. No one did help me. This is what they all did. And I said, you have got to be kidding me. And I had cheerleading practice later that day, and I was like trying to impress the senior girls on the team and stuff, and I had these giant purple bruises, and I was like, well, at least it like accents my eyes. Like, I don't know. But anyway, it's hard to believe in yourself, believing that you can actually get to the next class without falling down. And sometimes you will fall down, and sometimes you don't, and you make it through. Example, Katniss. Anybody a fan of the Hunger Games? Yes, if you are a fan, you know it. Oh, preach it. I love it. Thank you so much for that. That is probably the greatest moment of respect I've ever had. Okay, so, sometimes it does work out. Now, this is totally a fictional story, but still, I find her absolutely inspiring. Jennifer Lawrence herself, as the actress, she's extravagant. I love her, right? Right? She's awesome. Anyway, so Katniss totally does not believe in herself when she gets chosen to be a tribute, right? She's from District 11. If any of you, my stars for the love of Liza. I read those books like twice. That's embarrassing. Anyway, so 12. And anyway, she's not believing in herself. She gets called to be a tribute, or her sister gets called to be a tribute, and then she steps up. But she's like, dude, I'm going to die. Like, this is not going to pan out well for me. It never does. It never does. And she gets there, and she hides in a tree for a while, not believing in herself, while she's in the Hunger Games, right? But then finally she takes a step down. She believes in herself. and she flipping wins. Oh, spoiler alert. And she wins. So sometimes we might fall down. Sometimes it may not work out, but if you believe in yourself enough to at least try, really cool experience might come out of it. Like really cool purple knees. I mean, I'm a fan of purple, so it didn't bother me that I had bruises like that. But I think that we can learn a lot from each other when it comes to believing in yourself and not always panning out. Like Eminem, for example. I learn a lot from him. I think that he is a lyrical genius. Woo! And so I'm going to let him talk to us a little bit today about believing in ourselves and not being afraid to step out. Not the real Eminem, although I do think that I am Slimmy and Shady. Alright. So, I think that he gives us some really good words of advice when he tells us to not be afraid. Anybody hear that song?
Yeah! Turn up!
Yeah? No? Maybe not? Okay, well I just want you to listen to this song for a minute and just let it be an inspiration to you. To not be afraid. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand and walk this road together through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm. Let you know you're not alone. Holla if you feel like you're down the same road. We can try and stop these words from coming out of my mouth, but you ain't gonna take the meaning out of the words before I say them. And you ain't gonna stop me from causing all my man. I'ma do what I wanna do, and I don't give a care what you think. I'ma do this for me, so you can let the world know it ain't gonna stop me. I'ma be who I set out to be, without a doubt, undoubtedly. And all those who look down at me, I'm tearing down your balcony, because I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, take my hand and walk this road together through the storm, whatever weather, let you know you're not alone. If you feel like down the same road. Down the same. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand and walk this road together through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm. Let you know you're not alone. Holler if you feel like you've been down the same road. Road, down the same road. Thank you. So Eminem, he speaks to me. Here's the thing. We've all been down the road before where we couldn't believe in ourselves, where we're standing at the top of the stairs and we see that we're about to fall and get bruised. We've all been Katniss when we're sitting up in the tree and you're scared to come down because you're literally afraid for your life. We've all been the girl or the guy in the hallway who's got this imagination going and they think that they can do it, but they don't do it. We've all been there, like Eminem says. If you've been down that same road, holla. But it is time to not be afraid. You may fall right on your face or on your knees. But stand back up and believe in yourself. And if I could share with you one more story about an inspirational person in my life, that would be awesome. Is that okay with you? My grandmother, her name is Marie Cook. Amazing, amazing woman. This person believed in herself even when she was told that she's got kidney cancer, and 3 months later it took her life. But let me tell you this, for those 3 months I have never seen anybody believe in themselves more. She took herself to and from her chemotherapies. She came home and told us how much she loves us and our family, and she let us know that she's here for us. And she believed that she was going to beat it, and she believed that she was going to be able to take herself to and from chemotherapy. She believed that she was still going to be able to cook Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner, and you know what? That woman did, and it was dang good. It was amazing. It was amazing. That woman believed in herself so much. And yes, the cancer might have taken her, but it took her fast, so she didn't have to hurt for so long. She believed that her maker would take her where she needed to go, which was heaven. And that worked out for her. That's awesome. If you believe in yourself, you might fall down. Or you might end up in a really, really cool place. You might end up with a really cool guy or a girl if you really take that step in dating. Maybe you should go ahead and sing that song, Let Me Take You Out. I don't know. You might end up in a really cool position where you are sharing Mix It Up or a new Relay for Life thing if you share in student council, and don't be afraid to believe in yourself. You might end up in a really cool place. Believe in yourselves and believe in each other. And if I could just let Eminem send us out, I'll rock and roll. All right. Don't be afraid.